Welcome everyone to more live weekend Linux hobby development and updates. As per previous, also for those who are new to our just raw vanilla, mostly at least unless patched and fixed and stuff, precious tiny little Linux distribution. As seen previously, our massive update stuff, I just today realized the next improvement. Because I saw on Twitter, of all things, Alan Coppersmith, do I have this here still somewhere? Tweeted the other day with some, ironically, this story is actually rather funny. Where's this Twitter? So he tweeted because usually this calculator used for exploits. Alan Copper, I should. What is it? Zolaris something. Copper. Oh, come on. What could his name? Maybe that. Probably. And so he posted some days ago, some week ago. It's the story is so funny. Always the irony and coincidence of people using Xcalc as an exploit to showcase, demonstrate the exploit. And he was like, actually that reminds me, there is some here, Xcalc. Everybody else look at this and sees this scary vulnerability here, April 3rd. So it allows you to execute whatever program you specify. I look at it and remind that still need to publish a new Xcalc release to fix a bug where some of the 2022 freaking Xcalc, the one single example program that probably should, after 20 if not 30 years, be bug free, but no, some of the number keys are blue instead of white. It's like you can't make this stuff up. Anyway, just remembered that of random stuff and wanted to update this, and so Data didn't update this, our update bot, right? And that is because looked around a little bit of this Xcalc stuff, and so they changed here from bset 2 previously to xset, and that is one edge case, not really the most important, but our Data AI scripted update code does not yet grok, and so a nice test case to do that. So for that, as per usual, first, because the issue is Data substitutes that, like Data, our lovely named package update bot, and Data currently doesn't substitute the file extension. And so ideally, I would want to, this is proof of concept, right? So the nice thing of shellcode, yes, low tech, it's not Swift and not Rust and Zig and stuff. But anyway, works for me. Nice, in my opinion, recurring theme, similar to AppleScript or Visual Basic, nice to, well, nicer, not as shady as the other ones, but nice to script your workflows, right? People always like, but Python's like, Anyway, so it is, in my opinion, also nice documentation of quite usable control flow if you wanted to reduce this in some other language for whatever reason. And we will do this a little bit nicer someday, maybe in summer or winter, probably next winter, to be honest. There will be quite some snow falling down the clouds. And because what could be better is the code actually should know what metadata it's substituting. So it should not be like second guessing that, but it needs further rework and rewriting. It's not important today. For today, we'll simply substitute it, although it's the easy, not the better solution, but it will do for today. And so that is Xcalc, right? So check, this was here somewhere. So then let's use here simply, right, I actually changed that. We can specify that. Internal mail update of Xcalc, that probably should work. And so this is just testing it, right? This should lead to, this should lead to nothing. What is it actually freaking doing? So much to, so much to doesn't even do what I thought it should do. Let's, where should we? Let's do that there. Let's see what happens. Flag prefix, what is the Why is here no new version? It's a bit unexpected. What's happening there? And of course I could have done manually, right? But the automation is king, and the only thing better than automation is more automation. And we could potentially have dozens of other pending updates because of that. Unstable. Why does this not? That is a little bit unexpected. Darn. Wait a second. Why does that not? Wait a second. That is a little bit unexpected. Don't tell me I don't really want to touch this C source code today. Don't tell me. Should this not match any extension? Darn, I don't really want to touch this code here today. Should this not? Because this is the C++ part that ideally I would also. I said that before. It was an experiment. Wait a second. Why does it come down here and not there? What am I? What? And I'm puzzled. What's going on here? Did I already change? I changed something. Why did I? Oh, darn. I changed. Very clever of me. But wait, why does this not? Does the C++ code match on the same extension? Darn, I need to rewrite this too. So much stuff to do. Darn it. That is totally not what I wanted. I hate this code. Yeah, so much to 15 years, so much to static typing, and let's make it more compile time checked and stuff. Like, yeah, it was a fail. I've not even written most of the code. Actually, my friend has written most of this code here. Don't really want to, certainly it is amazing that he wrote this. I don't even want to blame him. It was our comments like, yeah, let's C++ify this because static type checking and stuff, it was a fail. Because now I'm wondering, darn, because, and that's the difference, right? This C++ code, even if it would be Rust or Swift or SIG or whatever, it is so much more annoying to debug, to be honest. On which machine am I even here? Vault, okay. That's totally not what I wanted to do now. But at least it proves the point that having that in a static language is not. Yeah, so okay, that actually sucks extremely. So yeah, it's generating this matching pattern. That is really sad. So what we would need to do, I wonder how it is matching that though. I don't remember. Because here is a list of known suffixes, I would have thought. Yeah, doing that in here's suffixes, so search for matching extensions. Template substring. Why do we log that to a known list if we? It's probably versions, new versions, extracts from. That is super annoying. Yeah, also extremely more error prone. And this is, yeah, I would totally not recommend doing such kind of text. Also, it's so sad, right? C++, decades of this primary computing languages. programming languages, and it's simply not great. This is crazy, right? So the primary and most popular programming language is not really good at text processing, right? This is so hilarious. Even freaking shell script is better at text processing. So it's template, parse list, search for matching extension. Why would it do that though? I don't. So the thing is, I've beaten the shit out of this dead code here already, and I really refuse. Yeah, it's also, you want to relax for 1 hour on your weekend, and then you need to work with this bloody C++ code from decades ago. It's not what I also drop frames, yeah, 0 drop frames. It's totally not what I wanted to do now. It's not an easy fix. So basically this needs rewriting. I mean, theoretically you could even do that in shell, but definitely more something like Lua. Is template, this is a string. Here is prefix, suffix, here is that prefix and suffix, but I mean suffix we could simply match for all known ones. I wonder if it could work if we... That's definitely the debug output we saw there, right? With this question mark stuff. I mean, theoretically, it's a little bit funny. I mean, not that we would need it for something, but I would also use a star. That was... Okay, it has this. Just improving the debug output a little bit while it did, because it's a little bit... I mean, we could try... I wonder if where is the suffix... If we truncate that, would that work? If we... If it's a tar suffix, where is the suffix? If we could just use... Suffix test is here. I would name the variable names a little bit more useful, although I'm pretty sure my friend nowadays would name it more useful as well. Test is here. What is test is? Okay, it's iterating all those, and it's iterating all the suffixes. Also, this. Yeah, it's not the most modern C++ code anyway, right? It's a little bit old-fashioned. I mean, not that it would. Yeah. Oh, welcome everyone. I slightly wonder if we could or does it match the... If we change this known suffixes, I think we push them here. If we only have one, actually, you know what, we could even... Did I even save them? No, probably not. Save that. Maybe we could hack that, aka like YOLO it, not the nicest thing, but maybe it works. Let's see if we can quirk that just with that. We could even have a trailing. Let's see what happens. Does it work? Does it not work? Are we lucky? Hey, that freaking works. Just by pure chance and accident. Okay, cool. That saves us quite some time. I need to put rewriting this piece of old code shit. To do debug. I hope it doesn't break anything else though, but we will see. So then, that was part one, not really what I wanted to do, but now we did that. It's a hack, yes, leaving the so that works. What did we even do? Oh, wait a second, I wanted to do that. So there we also need, so this doesn't download, and there we also need, what is even the, so the problem is from this, we don't get the extension that is removed. We could guess it for today. I mean, ideally, what I mean with like really good code would use the whole URL and stick it directly as metadata into the file. But for that, we would need, I don't want to change the C++ code too much, and we would need better integration. Currently, it's mostly shell with the C++ thing. I think for today, I YOLO that too, because feeling lucky, just like people at big mega corporation usually do. If we make it any better, you couldn't afford it anymore, basically. And so if it doesn't download, we could, where is it, 404 download, we could, maybe that is also in test build. Here probably, let's, wait a second, where did, does it say 404? Wait, what is happening here now? If download and patch, maybe just dependency. Where are we even? Do we output that here? That should be here or not. Where update list, odd, new version, grep mailed out, testbed should be here. Wait, why is this in here? Okay. Why did it do? Right, because I didn't run it manually. Okay, that is why. I'll smelt it by my own stuff. Okay, that of course works. Only need to remove it, not always. Yeah. So we have been here, so 404, and so I think we simply update package. Should we log that? Maybe we log that. Do we have, by the way, somewhere only test CV flex version filter? Better compressed extension migration. So ideally, as I said, this should be another day use actual one. So for today, let's simply sed tar dot, what would it be? So this download will be zero, so and then in a minute this should be done in like a minute or two, and then we will see crawling 4,000 URLs how many more updates we will find. So for today, let's simply try Except theoretically the correct one another day. Substitute. Actually, we could. Let's maybe match trailing D. Trailing starting with D 0 and then substitute in that line only dot tar dot not space 2 dot tar dot exit, for example. Also multiple of that, so that looks better, huh? Matching download. Those who didn't download with checksum 0 and substituting in that lines only tar anything until space to that. That probably should. Again, it's a low-tech YOLO solution, but that's what you're here for better solution. Share, like, and subscribe. Patreon, GoFundMe, all the fun stuff. So SED, oops, in place, package, why do we not, this package desk, whatever. Desk, and try that again. Reuse all of that. If not, then finally error out. Let's see what happens now. Fingers crossed. And of course, automation multiplication of what's happening there. Nothing. What happened here now? Mail updates. What did we miss? What's going on here? If not update, then SED. I think that should look right. Run that again, and if that still fails, looks good. So why did that not? What am I missing now? Why is always shit happening? There's also something significantly broken with the reference build. That is, of course, not good. How did that happen? How did that happen? Or did we know? What did we do now? Something broke in some unexpected way. What I probably should do is snapshot the stuff. The problem is currently build errors can accumulate. So that this does not work. So what did we break? Could that be no ACL? Should not be. Why is that? That is bizarre. Good that we check that though. I mean, I knew we should make this better. Like snapshotting the whole build stuff. How did this break? So, I mean, probably the easiest thing is to see what data try to build. I mean, one thing is currently it could mess up the ARM user. That is probably why, to be honest. Let's try to... I have this on the to-do actually, that is not an unknown issue. Build target reference. I have it on the to-do only to test build packages. Maybe I should actually implement this weekend. I mean, it's not even a big deal. It's like one line of code of checking whether freaking package is actually enabled by default. So what happens is most likely we build Musel into a glibc system, which is of course causing issues, to say the least. Did this, by the way, build or... Yeah, also there's shared files with Musel, obviously. Let's see if xcarg builds. No. Oops. No. Maybe we messed that up quite a bit. That is a little bit sad. Mine. What is happening now? Something is really a little bit broken now. Pro tip, don't work as some partially broken system. What is that though? Also, it looks a little bit like it is tar also. Which tar is it even? Did we build a new tar? I really hate when stuff breaks. But who doesn't? We have there a bin tar. It's probably that one. How did that got so broken? Okay, tar can't extract itself. Cool. Nothing like repairing your reference build thing. Yeah, so what we should actually do, first of all, we obviously should not test build totally incompatible packages that are not selected by default. I knew that. It's on my to-do. Yeah, pro tip, do important to do stuff early. Second of all, I was thinking already before we probably should snapshot that. Maybe with betterfs or some other means. Make a snapshot before a package build and, for example, revert it if it didn't build, or we could alternatively we could always create a fresh sandbox for each build, although that is the performance is way worse. Also, with the problem with betterfs would be parallel builds, concurrent builds. Say data is massively parallel test building stuff. That's probably cannot compile. How can this be so broken? I think I need to do a complete new. That is too messed up now. Oh man, is it broken? So much too quickly testing xcarg. Why does this now fail? Is there still something from Musel in the build? wanted results now and not... what? Oh, do I not keep errors? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should actually... I mean, this musel probably sort of happened before. I should have known better. I should have done this weeks ago. As so often, it's a little bit of my own fault. Let's see what happens. Yeah, pro tip, we probably kind of sort of should do that today. Could this be Linux header or what is now still messed up? CC1 error while libisl? How did that got broken? How did that break? That is somehow unexpected. Let's hope we can quickly fix that. How did that? The problem is this, that is not my workstation. My workstation here has a 5950X. That is only a 3950X, and it's not even the most cooled. It's in a mini ITX. It's not the most cooled mini ITX system. Previous video, 3 years ago still. So it's even somewhat thermally throttled. Although I have here just the other day arrived an NZXT like 112 centimeter liquid cooling thing with only one fan because mini ITX, although I'm not really sure actually if I more people have bad hair. I hear already the fan, the only fan spinning there. So yeah, I'm not even sure if I can get this NZXT 112 centimeter fan or what it is in there because of the hard drive cage. To be honest, maybe I need to somehow YOLO that in there a little bit, crooked, or I'm not really sure how this build degraded. So what else do we have to do? I mean, theoretically we could test wine. Notec notified me that wine somehow did not build. So yeah, by the way, all those freaking builds are then due to musel, so probably they are like all untested AKA failed because data built itself musel. Oh wait, you know what? Let's warm some Canadian white sugar. Better than only drinking coffee all day. So what wine? Do we have, where would that dev NVMe P1 or so? Let's mount it to media. Okay, that's not the one. I'm pretty sure here wine should... Oh no, wine also didn't build. What wine also failed with that? How did that even... Wait, NVMe? Would have really thought that would have worked. Strange. I'm pretty sure I built this previously without error. Maybe that regressed some days ago. Let's see what's up with this wine stuff. What's your favorite programming languages? Yeah, this is difficult. Difficult to say. It changed significantly. 20 years ago it was C++. I already 20 years ago was ahead of those who still love C. It's not C++ anymore. C++ for over a decade no development, and now it's questionable development. Rust is also too strangely complex and unreadable. I mean, Lua is pretty amazing. I said this before, we script quite some stuff in Lua now. And of course, Lua is not high performance, except if you lose Lua JIT. I use multiple languages. You see, I massively shell script here. We use at Exacode, our company that we do when we don't do unsuccessful YouTube videos. We of course use C++. We use the Mac stuff is written in Objective C, of course, because it's from like 2004 code base, growing 16 years or so, freaking 16 years or so already. So yeah, exact scan is Objective C, of course, because that is what you use for Mac apps. Cocoa Mac apps back in the day. The new stuff is Lua. The new portable stuff is our own toolkit from the ground up with some most minimal platform abstractions and Lua. And of course all the stuff includes various other stuff. So we use multiple stuff, including live here with our Linux distribution shell scripting. I used some modern stuff like Zig too little, maybe. I mean, Rust I don't appreciate the complexity. Also, I find memory safety. I mean, I'm actually pro memory safety, right? For 20 years I already wanted memory safety. Just that Rust is a very strange implementation of that. Plus, I find the language and the code style extremely hard to read, unnecessarily hard to read. But yeah. So we use, long story short, we use multiple stuff. And I have to say, using Lua here was for the most thing an amazing choice. So all the of our portable stuff, so our portable stuff is Windows and Linux looks nearly pixel identical the same. Using Lua there is amazing. We even did some scanner drivers, some new scanner drivers. Our older scanner drivers in exact scan are C++. We have over 500 own scanner drivers, and we did some. We did some even for test for. Oh gosh, this is so long time. Oh man, time is flying. It's crazy. The craziest thing is we have done some new scanner drivers in Lua. Well, new as of already also 10 years old, and that is also amazing, right? So from the 500 drivers we ship in exact scan, the new drivers support, I think 30 or up to 50, not sure, but 30 of some newer scanners from the last decade we implemented in Lua, and even a scanner, user space scanner driver for USB and network stuff in Lua is more amazing than C. So yeah, you can do drivers, but of course Lua is not ideal, and for high performance, we're not using the Lua JIT version. We are using a relatively. The interpreted version is of course not high performance, but it is amazing that you can have a quite high performance. We are not using that for portability, and I also Lua JIT performance is amazing. Just the code base is somehow also not the most readable. I mean, it's consistent. I can appreciate that it's consistent, and for its high performance, it's also pretty minimal. Just yeah, the implementation is somehow not the most readable. But in contrast to many other things, I can appreciate it for what it is. But because I didn't want to fix bugs in Lua JIT, if we find some, we use good old-fashioned plain regular Lua version for that. I think that probably looks like that did something now. Yeah. What else do you have there? New T2 Live CD, looking for new not Ubuntu distribution to use for work. Yeah, so we about to release that. So it's not Live CD. It's install But I was thinking maybe someday we should switch to making some architectures live CD actually, but I mean you can just install it right on a test VMware stuff. By the way, did this commit this now? I think this probably should have committed that. Yeah. Let's quickly run it all over everything. That probably should be all right? Did we not have? Oh, we didn't test. Build. Where would be the? This probably should be in. Here we have that even. Let's make this better. And where is optional better version compilation? I'm not sure, but that would be, what was it? Also my tea is boiling. That was do not build on selected packages, user and stuff. Which I wonder. Did we update that? Apparently not. It updated some. Actually, we could. Yeah, you see, and this is why it took how long did it? Yeah, 45 minutes, of course. But this is time very well invested because this multiplies so fast with all the. Who would want to go through the stuff? Yeah, so for example, ID utils, right? Bam, next thing, right? Who would want to search the internet for random changes? Maybe that too. This is no, that is a regular, plain old regular. That probably too. So yeah, but at least ID tools because utils. I think I misspoke that. Yeah. Only this ID tool somehow didn't build, right? What's happening with this ID tools? Oh, heavy rain. Just wondering what noise that is. Not in my T-balls there. So ID utils somehow doesn't build. Gets undeclared. Okay, it probably needs some hotfix there or something. Yeah, again, time well spent. Unlike this wine stuff here. Oh, is it more updates? Okay, that. Yeah, so much stuff here. You see probably all of them. I wouldn't be, yeah, wow, autogen. Probably that too, like basically all of them, I guess. Maybe because it didn't update the, yeah. Next thing, right? And that is why I'm doing that here. Yeah, also. And we need more of this, right? I only wonder. I really love this work here. So much time saved in the future. So yeah, the only thing is wine somehow fails to build now. Did I say? I mean, yeah, 45. If you're wondering, stupid YouTube idiot wastes 45 minutes of his weekend. At least now it's raining. It's like, yeah, this is why you're doing this. Next, and this is also massive. Usually, right, the massive parallel shell scripting here. Usually, this would run in 4 hours or 2 or something, and now like 32 process parallel. Like here, Vino, right? 3.2, 3.10 done. I mean, yeah, somehow didn't build dependencies, but yeah, details. Pretty sure many of those updates here. just check this. I mean, some could be usual updates. Oh wait, this is not ideal. Good that we check that. 0.10.2, that is... why did... wait a second. That is a strange update. How did that happen? Because somehow the old version was wrong. Probably. Yeah, that is a little bit... we don't have a failsafe for that. It happens occasionally when the manually supplied, human supplied metadata is out of sync, because then our update substitutes the wrong version. This is how that happens. I've seen this before already. Victor, what would you say are the challenges of remote hardware testing? Depends on what hardware, in which way, whole systems, or... I mean, with our scanner stuff, the challenge is hardware interaction. Other stuff, because like feeding paper, our specific stuff is rather challenging too. What do you mean otherwise mean with remote hardware testing? I mean, otherwise, debug output, right, booting, otherwise, if you talk cool systems, abandoned stuff, having all the output, having all the early boot and BIOS interactions. And then resetting that, having infrastructure to reset that, like see all early boot stuff, trigger hardware reset, like remote light out management and stuff like that. Which, by the way, let's maybe double check this graphene. 110. Yeah, so here already, I think this was .2, so yeah, probably here I had, yeah, probably initially I had here the wrong version, I guess, somehow, which is, yeah, it's somehow I copied the wrong stuff, as you see. So that happened. But yeah, occasionally this happens. This is extremely rare, but it's like, yeah, what you don't automate, what you do, humans make errors, and then you have imperfect metadata. Speaking of, yeah, tiny little bit of updates. Happy rebuilding, I guess. Oh shit, this is a non... Yeah, that is not ideal. Basically, a couple of, we probably need a no update. This is only if we have two versions. Why does that not... was it? Oh, wait a second, we had here two revisions. Yeah, tiny little bit. This is unfortunate. Yeah, this is mostly marking very few packages. No update, basically, where we have legacy versions. Oops. Small price to pay, and we need to improve that. Oh wow, even more updates. Oh wow, even so, yeah, looks like the Xorg releases. That is certainly a nice thing to have. Yeah, but in one YouTube video, basically, like, here you have it, right? Why do we freaking automate this stuff? That is why. Nice stuff. rstart? Don't even remember what rstart is, to be honest. Yeah, some nice updates this weekend. At that pace, some stuff breaks, but at least other stuff is amazing. Some stuff breaks upstream, like why not actually. Let's see what happens with data is still running. We might still get more updates. Yeah, whatever is wrong with wine, that's also a crazy one. Victor asked why SVN over Git, because we are we used version control before Linus Torvalds discovered version control, and because CVS concurrent version system, CVS sucked big time. They were an early subversion adapter when there was next to nothing else for 20 years, and it works for me. We have a Git mirror, which also, by the way. So yeah, works for us, easier to use than Git. We have a Git mirror now. For me, Git is less efficient and more annoying to use. If when T2 in some years has 100 regular committers and we change to Git or something. So let's analyze why this is breaking. I'm really sure this built before, but so how to debug this? What run? Okay, Wine run here. So this is super annoying. I don't on language. Yeah, let's really wonder how that happens there. So let's first check cargo. So cargo home. How is that happening? What is even running here? I really hate that modern stuff is breaking in so many strange ways. Which directory is that? Just the last milk from the machine before we switch to tea. So, what does it do there? That is so bizarre. Ah, no data, sleeps. That was it with the update storm for today. But what is going on here? Should we maybe trace that? Or maybe log, maybe exactly E or so for now. Wine build, static lips, something. Maybe as trace verbose, what was? Okay, maybe more than exactly it was. Oh no, I think it was S, not X. I think S was size of strings. Victor asked, does your distro support GPU? What do you mean with this UI system? I mean, of course, we support Xorg and I mean, all the Xorg and stuff. Here's a filter, dear. Wait a second, did I somehow remove, why did I remove F for there is, right, so this is this process. Which process is it even? Maybe also, WRC, that is bizarre. How is that freaking happening? Oh wait, I wanted to, is this like that or, oops. What is that even freaking doing? WRC UO res non-stat include. What the freaking heck? I mean, we could try, what was it, RC? That works. Manually that works, but not in the T2 environment. How is that? Could that be either our F-list wrapper? Maybe some memory corruption in our F-list wrapper? Not a fan of this at all. Now look at that. Maybe memory corruption, because see, we totally got that. We could Valgrind that. I have the feeling that because this is a new bug, I would think it should be like maybe something overwriting some buffer. Yeah, look at that. That works. Okay, cool. It's our own bug. Oh, we love it. So filter dear. What do we do in this code? So just misc archive tools source if a wrapper something. Either that or filter dear. Maybe that is path max. Do we get that over path max? How many? But this should not be passed. Yeah, we also, by the way, should warn that basically, ideally, we should Valgrind that. Also, yeah, see, totally amazing. We need to use fancy modern tools like Valgrind too. By the way, it's a new Valgrind version. Let's maybe, where was this? Like here or here. So, path max should be something like 1024. It could also be pathing that. For here, by the way, this is not the style I appreciate the most. Also, the spaces I don't like the most. String copy due to string talk. What is it? String. Maybe because that is. Yeah, see, totally amazing performance, right? Why do we. Filter dir 2, what size is that? Filter dir 2, also path max. Filter dir in. Actually, wait a second, T filter, why did I not move that into the for loop initializer? Maybe too long to read? 98, that's probably fine, isn't it? The space is pretty annoying me. T filter dir. String comparison, debug dropped, return. So how long is it? That did not look really long enough to. That for sure is not 1024. By the way, so for not only not great at string processing, also performance, right? If you would have better APIs, you would, like, yeah, statically sized stuff, mostly zeros or unused stuff, and so on and so on. If you would have a really good language, the performance could even be better than. See. Maybe we should build that with debugging. What was here? Debugging somehow. Like that. What else would there? Filter deer. What else could possibly go wrong? Actually, the spacing also not so. I mean, here we don't have. The spacing stuff is not the most consistent. Slightly wonder if we should even touch that here or. There's also the spacing. Yeah. Everyone has their own style anyway. Filter deer. This, I think this looks okay. String talk filter deer 2. That is all, right? We simply iterate. Did we never test this? Is here some other bug maybe? The spaces really piss me in some sort of. Maybe I should actually not change that here too much. In general, it only makes blaming the history more annoying. I think it was something like that. Yeah, maybe we change this. I wonder. This one, yeah, some more stuff is not my preferred style here though, but. What was it? Here this was. Maybe I don't touch what I don't need to touch in this vintage code. There was more though. I think here was, this was here. It's too much. Somehow it's not worth it. Each time I do that, I come to the conclusion it's not worth it. Let's build something for testing like NVI or so. Just have this tools built. And then let's see. Begin of stuff. Begin. Drop due to filter deer. Oh, wait a second. Why is here? That is crazy. Is here some string confusion? Do we have? Can we Valgrind that? Is there a chance to Valgrind that? Only thing is we would Valgrind here string talk what's going on. Invalid read of size 1 in invalid read of size string talk of. It's probably our code, huh? C, isn't it amazing? Begin of ARMO. Something is not adding up here. Because that should not be in the filter deer. Or, oh, wait a second. No, wait a second. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. We filter the base directory, or do we? Here actually it is. So we filter that. Okay, so actually it was tested with 2 filter tiers. What is going on there? Okay, it is correct, but filter tier, okay, that's so far so good. But why does it not? Unknown language? Toolchain cargo, somehow they think it's 99%. So we have some memory corruption there, just exactly what we want to do live on YouTube. I mean, it should, I mean, it's address, wait a second, what is here? Invalid read size string compare? Is it our code or is it? Maybe we should, usually with, by the way, with this Valgrind stuff, you should usually start at the beginning, because if something already ran wrong, then you have often already other, you might have accumulative stuff. How is this here of invalid read of size 1? I mean, is that even begin of dropped? Maybe we should run this without our stuff and see if we have the same. Maybe it's unlikely case. No, it looks we don't have this. Although read of size 1 shouldn't be that dangerous. Oh, wait a second, what is here? Oh no, we have that here also invalid read of size 1. That is a bit of a crazy one. And why you don't wanna write C code. I mean, could it be, I mean, Valgrind should complain if path max is extremely small. Valgrind should already, I mean, theoretically we should also warn properly. Where is this filter? Copy, get inf. Yeah, that is not particularly safe. Ideally, we should check the size, obviously, and warn if it's too large. How can one more, I mean, if we set that to that, still works. It's definitely this variable. I need to find out how this. I mean, this is for sure not 100 at 1K or 2K of whatever the path max is. Yeah, the static size buffers, I never was a fan. This is just how you write C, Unix command line C stuff. Not a fan of it. I would, yeah, this stuff, in an ideal world, the static buffers suck. They waste, of course, precious memory most of the time, and then you might run into overrunning those. This should not overrun it though, but something is happening there. I slightly, alright, we can this run threaded? Why do we copy this? Probably. So we copy that each time, we string talk that. I mean, we copy that, probably copy that for thread safety and stuff. So that should be fine, right? Ah, you know what? This could even be a new glibc version as this worked previously. Could it be, you know what? Maybe, you know what? What could happen is that the wine tool using string talk and we actually clobber, you know what? We clobber the state of that. That is what's probably going on. See, amazing APIs, right? Yeah, sometimes it needs some sophisticated Guru meditation, right? Just try to end the... No. This is some... So maybe we switch to string talk R. Then for the thread safe user provided pointer. Wait a second. Maintain state. Application shall ensure that this pointer pointed to by state is unique for each string being shall be equivalent to string, except that string shall be thread safe and the argument of the state pointer to user provided pointer that allows string talk or to maintain state between calls which scans the same string. Application shall ensure that the pointer pointed to by state is unique for each string being processed concurrently. The application needs not to initialize the pointer pointed to by state to any particular values. The compilation shall not update the pointer pointed to. Wait a second, does it even, other than within the string near to if raised by the caller? Wait a second, does that even help us? Because I wonder now. Thread safe doesn't even help us if it's still. The application shall ensure that the pointer pointed to by state is unique for each string being processed concurrently by string to calls. I'm not entirely sure if that function is thread safe and stores a state in a user supplied buffer instead. And what size? Or is this state just a character star? It's just one pointer state. Probably. Filter dear state. But yeah, for 20 soon years, this worked quite fine. For 18 years or something, until it's like, yeah. C, amazing, totally amazing API. So, T filter dir and T filter dir are. Yeah, we don't think. Does it need to be initialized? Maybe not, does it? How would it? Oh no, I think it doesn't need to be initialized. Let's save one instruction. Nothing like over optimizing this stuff. So, another freaking bug probably fixed. Oh, wait, maybe it needs to. Segmentation fault? Oh, nothing better than some segmentation fault. Okay, that did not went well. I think this will also segmentation fault, because that is using the same preload. Actually, we could simply no, that does not give us the B-side. Maybe we would need to build it with debug. See, we got this. Let's see, string talk. Also we need to use the same, of course, here of string talk are, I think, the same state. Of course. Did someone catch that? Maybe not. Hey, I think it works. Probably it works. Does it work? And welcome everyone. Welcome Danny. I should have made it a separate video. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't like allow me to split this. I could only manually download that and trim that. Anyway, so does it look like it worked? Strip due to filter dir due to something. I think so. Yeah, this wine thing must use string talk as well to iterate over that. So, and then we clobber the string talk state. That is for sure what happened. Is this apparently fixed it? So, yeah, there we have that. Then let's. But yeah, the crazy thing is, I mean, So yeah, we changed that line, so then let's inline that, so make it a little bit more, do we have more of those? 4. Just checking style a little bit, nothing like so. Okay, fine. Debug also. So yeah, then we fixed Y, and that was a fun one. Very fun one, but nothing, we can't go meditate here. It's probably it for this video. Let's see if Wine builds now, and then people ask, then it's time to release a new T2 release. Of course, as always, we have so much to do, KDE GNOME, more dependencies, more build stuff, but yeah, plenty of updates, plenty of sophistication, attention to detail, dedication. As usually, leave in the comments below what you think. Do I want to commit this aboard? Not really entirely sure. Probably I don't want. So it was exit 1. You know what? I wonder if we have more global state things in here. This was the only string talk though. I mean, thankfully not that many C library libc functions have global state or something. So that probably should be a rare one, really interesting one. Probably learned something today. At least I hope so. Does it still look? Fixed. Not to global string talk state. I wonder what other build errors that might. I wonder if we have other spurious random build errors with this stuff. Not to global string talk state. String talk state. 72 fixed. Not to global string talk state in file open parse. Potentially breaking application like latest one. Yeah. Just shortening it a little bit, file open path. I usually prefer application, but it's too long. So not sure what I do with this board. What I like. Hey, Wine fixed, yay! So yeah, you're welcome. No tech. It was yeah. Usually nowadays I actually really like when new contributors contribute stuff but I wanted that fixed, and maybe that would have been very difficult. I would say, yeah, that is what community is about, right? Those who have experience in that certainly find it like a magnitude faster than people who potentially would debug around on that really bizarre and difficult thing for hours without maybe realizing what's going on. So that was a crazy one. At least we fixed wine. I wonder why. Yeah, probably it's a glib. Either it's a wine update, probably it's a wine or glib. There must be wine update. I'm pretty sure until recently, maybe 2 updates ago, wine built. So yeah, but the amount of updates is crazy. I'm so happy with our data bot. That was time certainly very well spent. Let's take a final. So many xlib updates. It is cool and crazy. I love this. I slightly wonder why we have 2 here though, but must be one Repology and one. Don't really see another. Yeah, but there we have that really nice updates. Snoopy GVF reverted. Really happy in general. Doing the data bot was one of the best things. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, doing the data bot was one of the best things we've done. And I only realized, I think I noticed, I still have that here. I think, yeah, they have a new version there. Why don't we have Avahi 08? I think data updated there something, but does it even downloads? Why did data not do that yet? Does it build? Does it cross build? RISC 5. Also, means this update is also already 2 years old? Because of course it is. Not sure why data didn't do that. So, maybe it doesn't build. What? It's not even. Where did I look at then? If that wasn't an update. Our data just did this like today, probably. That explains this thing. Yeah, the update history is a little bit crazy. I slightly wonder how did that really happen, to be honest. Usually data should use the next one. Maybe this was an xset update though. Maybe it only did that previously, and that one is, that probably must be it otherwise. So at the end of the day, this was tar gset. What do they have here now? Do they have, no, that is gset. Yeah, not sure what happens there. Something happens there, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, there we have it. That's it for this video, and today, yeah, 1 hour 30, of course it is open source. Your unsuccessful little weekend hobby. That's what it takes to run it. Hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the Patreon and GoFundMe and GitHub sponsorship and stuff. New ISO coming, and yeah, that's it for today. See you next time.